Hey everybody, 5PKY Yoga. Gail here on a Thursday, and starting this on a Thursday because what I'd like to do is do Thirsty for Knowledge Thursdays. So if you guys have any questions at all about the 5PKY Yoga um, thing that I've developed, let me know, and I'm more than willing and happy and able to answer any questions. If you thirst for some knowledge and you really want to know what's going on or what's happening, please ask a question below. So what will help me for the Tuesday, when the Tuesday comes in my Touchstone Tuesdays, is a little piece of advice that I can just touch upon to give you. So today is Thirsty for Knowledge Thursdays. I want everybody to really go deep inside and think about what is nagging at you, and if there's anything that I can touch on for you. Okay, and on Touchstone Tuesday. Today, though, for Thursday, we're going to do a practice, Thirsty for Knowledge Thursdays, and as we practice, we're going to keep that knowledge and those questions in mind as we're practicing, yes? Okay, so let's put you guys here. Get some jazzy jazz going on again. It's my favorite thing to listen to while I'm working. Fire is coming. It's a rainy day today. It's going to be very rainy, but we're going to keep cozy together and learn some pranic yoga. Yes? Oh, it's not a great shower, so this is really great. It feels so good. And if you've looked at my other videos, you'll understand why I'm smudging my hair so much. Yes? Okay. All right. So I'm going to take the camera now and show you what I pulled. I did another card pull. And I'm realizing that you're only going to really understand this if you get the deck. But sometimes words can trigger certain things, so maybe it's helpful for you. It's helpful for me. This is context. This is rediscovery. And this is balance. And the context is very good because when we're in process of something or having a conversation with someone, we take away different things. So context is really important to check in with when you're negotiating with somebody. So I am going to just turn this down a little more, and we're going to go into the other room and start the yoga practice up close and personal with Gail. Here we go. Alrighty, we're here. So I'm going to put you down, prop you up against my meditation pillow. You guys are my meditation partners. Yeah? And I'm going to sit here for a minute in front of you. Yes. So the 5PKY yoga up close and personal, I'm doing my best with this camera until I can actually get better technology to shoot some of these videos so that you can really understand what's happening and actually see it in motion. So right now you're seeing it in sections. So eventually we'll get there to some better technology, but right now we just use what we got, which is a lot like yoga, in fact. That we have to use what we've got and use where we are. We can't go beyond where we are, or where we can hurt ourselves. We can aim for that place, but we can't directly go there. So I am just going to prop you up even closer to me. And this is a good thing to get right here. So this is another sitting pillow, another meditation pillow. It's you can see that you put your legs up the wall. So actually I'm going to just show you that. How to get up on a meditation pillow, bolster, on a bolster. You sit on your side like this, and you edge your bum to the edge, and then you swing your legs up. And when you're up here, you want your two big toes together, your feet flexed. Okay, and again, every single thing you do is the same, okay? So below the navel, shoulder blades into the back, shoulders away from the ears, neck is long, and just let your jaw open. And that is how many yoga places start. We can start here if you do have a bolster. But I'm going to assume that you don't have everything with you right now. And so what we're going to do is go through some of these things that will help you open up your body. Okay? So let's start with, let's see. We did all that other piece. You know what, guys, I really want to start with the hinges. And a lot of that I take from my dance, okay? So the wrists are a hinge. Be aware of your wrists. Let's become aware of our elbows. And the last hinge, which is really important, and people don't really think about it, I've noticed, is your shoulders, okay? So when we work with the upper body and the lower body, which has reflections of higher and lower, I want to talk about when we put our arms up, okay? In fact, what we're doing is we're finding the hinge. So I want everybody to just pull your ear away from your shoulder, yes? And I want everybody to just find that hinge. I can feel it. It's really crackly too. I had frozen shoulder on this side once. Okay? And the hinge in your elbow. And the hinge in your wrist. Okay? Everybody needs to wake those up. And then there's hinges in the hands, right? You've got the hinges of your knuckles. Okay? So fingers, knuckles, wrist, elbow, shoulder. Yeah? Fingers, knuckles, wrist, elbow, shoulder. So when you're doing this standing bend, which we won't do now, we'll sit for a minute so you can see. I'm just going to take this hand, okay? Reach it away from you, and then your body is pulling back a little bit, so you're always trying to find the opposition in things. Okay, really stretch ear away from your shoulder. Again, shoulder blades into the back, and the back body lifting up under the navel. Hinges, hinged, hinge, up. So you're not going like this. You're not like this. You're actually here. And simple things should make you sweat if you're doing them right. Okay, so keep that note. Simple things should make you sweat if you're doing them right. And then you can go into the bigger poses and it won't matter because you've already intensified the core piece, yeah? So here, and I'm going to do this one. Hinges, hinges. Okay. Thumbs. Thumbs are really important. They actually guide the body up. So I'm actually pulling up with my hands and pulling down with my shoulders, both at the same time. Feeling it in my upper back, yeah? And I'm feeling my voice change too as I start to really engage the rib cage. I can really feel the oxygen in my body. Breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. Do it again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, remember we talked about Sukhasana. We're going to sit in Sukhasana. Yes? Okay, beautiful. Keep this going. We're going to count to 10 together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's bring the hinges back down. Ready? Knuckles, wrist, shoulders, elbow, shoulders. So a way of really engaging your yoga practice with just the arms and coming up is to acknowledge the hinges in the body, okay? So remember we talked about how important the digits were. Let's try that again at the same time. Ready? here, 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 here. Awareness in the upper back of the neck long, shoulders away from the ears, thumbs are active. Active, what I mean is it's like direction. It's like, hey dude, want to hitch a ride, except you're hitching ride up. So the thumbs can give direction. Yeah, you see that in a lot of Indian dance. Thumbs go up, you see? So the thumbs are actually pulling more than these guys are. So they're leading it. Okay? And again, I can feel my upper body. If I'm doing this correctly, I can also feel it in my lower body. So if I pull up underneath my navel, relax my rib cage, allow the blades into my upper back. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's do one more for form. Bring it down, fingers, wrists, elbows. Stop here for a minute and just take our hands and you can see where my hands are. So again, the elbows are right up and my hands are here. Okay, and this is a good reminder. Are these into my body? And then what I can do is I can let them down. Yeah? So that made sense, and I can feel that. So again, engaging underneath the navel, really pulling up. So remember that in yoga, as in dance, at least in contemporary dance, modern, you pull up underneath the navel, right? And you are pushing your sits bones into the floor. Pushing, it sounds like there's opposition, right? Push into the floor. Push your sits bones into the floor. Forget about your navel for a minute. Now engage the navel. Now pull up. Push down. Play between down and up all the time. And Martha Graham, which is the form that I studied, she took from yogic practice her technique. So she melded in a movement that had a lot of yogic principles. And I studied it for over a decade. So I got to know that technique. And then it moves into other more complicated things from those principles. The basic principles are key in anything and everything. So I don't really look at a beginner pose or a more advanced pose as different, that a lot of other people just see that hierarchy. I mean, there are preparations to do things to make them more full, but the principles are all the same. So find that thread all the way through. Okay? Okay, we're going to do a couple more yoga poses, and then what I want to do is teach you a chant on this Thirsty for Knowledge Thursdays. And if anything that I'm doing and you need some help, please let me know, and I'll be happy to respond. Okay, so I'm going to take you guys with me. I'm going to stand up. Come with me and stand up. So we talked about this upward motion that we were doing on the floor. And now that we're standing, I want you to take a look at my feet. So I'm going to put you down here, and you can take a look at what's going on up close and personal with my feet. Now I have very fallen arches that I've had to work on throughout my dance career and my yoga path, and that's okay. So what I want to show you is I showed you with the arms. Now we're going to show you what the legs are doing as the arms go up, yeah? So we're going to put big toe down, little toe down, leave the middle toes up, and then put them down. Okay, and then come forward a little bit, lift your heel, and then roll back, place your heel down, and find that tripod. So a tripod where there's equal weight, okay? And then as you can see, the knee Okay, and everybody has different legs or different alignments, so you work with what you have. I've done a lot of work on my body throughout the years, and sometimes my body still does pushback, because that's just how it is, and that's okay. So I just want everybody to know that they can bend their knees if they want to, but if you're lifting up through the navel, you don't need to do this when you're practicing. What's better is to push, yeah? Feel the lift under the navel, push into the feet. Okay, I put a little rod again. So you're pushing into the navel, pushing up and in, yeah? Pushing into the feet. And as you push into the feet and you pull up under the navel, I'll even show you what that looks like. It's my belly. So right here, right underneath, I have my lovely stretch marks for my cesarean section 23 years ago. Doesn't quite go away. Underneath, pull up and in. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm really pulling this in. Pushing that right under. Okay, and then I'm pulling my feet down. Okay, I'm pushing my feet down, pulling up under my navel. Goes all the way up my core. And then you do the hinges, right? That I taught you. So, or you can lead with your thumb if you're comfortable and you don't feel you need to do that. You just lift it up. Pushing, and this is mountain. Mountain pose is really important. When people practice yoga, they practice this one for hours. And they practice the stillness. They use their breath. So I'm pulling up my thumb, and then remember the side body. So you're pulling your hip bones away from your rib cage, right? And again, shoulder blades into the back, pushing into the foot. And then you can just come right down. Or if you really want to explore the hinges, touch your back with your hand, and then just come down like that. Okay, beautiful. So that was mountain pose. And the other pose I wanted to show you is it's turtle pose. I'm trying to get a blank on turtle pose for a moment, but I know what. I think I know it. Okay. So with turtle pose, we're going to sit like this. And you're going to, again, find your comfort, feel the lift, yeah? And you're going to just match your elbows with your knees, and you're going to tuck them in a little bit under your knees, and you're going to come forward with your head. And I'm going to slide my feet so that I can actually come down. And that's turtle pose. I think that's turtle pose. It's not this. It's this. No, it's not, because it's actually more. So I'm going to do a few things that I think are turtle pose. You can, same thing. You got a hook underneath, okay? And you're coming down. And you can put your hands and your feet there. And whatever you can do or can't do, but again, pull up underneath the navel and pull your navel right into your lower back. See, it actually pulls me back when I do that. See that? Sound effects up close and personal. So this way, yes. So when this goes in, this can come down. And then once you have this, really slowly see if you can flatten your back and come up and come out. Again, yeah, here, yeah, here, yes, and then here. See what I'm doing with my hinges? They actually give direction. So your hinges or your thumbs, these things, lead, right? They're very, very, very important. They actually give direction. It's like eyes of the body. If I didn't have my physical eyes, what would I use to navigate? And it's the same thing with yoga, that we have these hinges to guide the direction, right? Up and down. So everything is opposite, up and down, giving space, right? But pulling away and then pulling towards. So you're finding that tension at all times in the yoga, and what creates that ease is the breath. So let's practice a bit of Ujjayi. So make that Darth Vader sound. So there's 3 ways that you can practice things: a Rajasic way, a Tamasic way, or a Sattvic way. Tamas is very sort of hard and loud. Rajasic is also very, or actually it could be lazy. The Tamasic can be a lazy thing too. It's not giving a lot of oomph. And then Rajasic is also the opposite, where there's too much fire and there's, it's push. And they're not wrong. Certain times we need a little more rajas in our practice, depending on the person, or a little bit more tamas, a little bit more ease or let go, a little more laziness. And then sattvic is sort of that enlightened middle ground. So it's very, very subtle. So if I'm practicing in a very sattvic way, I've said prayers, I've meditated, I can feel the energy in my body. And when I do it, I'm doing it with complete awareness and possibly a mantra in my mind. Yeah? Okay, so we'll stop there for now. Thirsty Thursdays, thirsty for knowledge. Please let me know if you have any questions, what you're thirsty for, thirsty to know. Let me know below on the comments. And then on Tuesday, when I come and do practice again, I'll have a touchstone for you. Okay? Beautiful. So I'm glad I started this on Thursday instead of Tuesday. There's a reason. Sometimes when there's a hesitation, I don't always know why I'm hesitating. Sometimes it's not because you're lazy, it's because there's something that needs to come out first. So this makes sense to me that I did it today on the Thursday in Jupiter. Tomorrow is the 1st of May, and what's come to me is Thirsty for Knowledge Thursdays, where you guys get to lead this. So I'm actually really wanting to meet you where you are. Let me know what knowledge you're thirsty for, and I can answer you, both written and within a practice, a yoga practice. Yes? So, namaste. I'm going to show you the Ganesh prayer that I love very, very much. Don't need to take my glasses off, but I'm going to. So I'm just going to get comfortable. Let's just open up. There we go. Okay, here we are. And so what I do is I think of Ganesh, I think of the great elephant god of stability, the remover of obstacles, and I give my whole being, my whole heart to this prayer. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatyam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Mupamasravastamam Jeshtaraja Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anaha Shrinvanu Tibihi Siddhasaranam Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurumadeva Sarva Karyesu Sarvada Siddhi Bhuti Shakti Sahita Shriman Mahaganadipataye Namo Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. thanks to all my guides and all the pantheons that have informed my life, the archetypes and the lessons that I've learned. I say thank you, and I bow to the light in you, and we'll see you on Tuesday, Touchstone Tuesdays. From Thirsty for Knowledge Thursdays, please put down what you'd like to see, and we'll go from there. Be well, be happy, be joyful, and we'll see everybody next week.